Hey guys, I'm Tutorial Phil. Welcome back to my channel. This item I got from my Japan haul, and a few of you had comments and questions about it. So I figured I'd do a detailed video on this, and you can actually see this tried on in a couple of outfits in my try-on video. I happen to feature this as well. So I just figured I'd do a separate video for this, giving you a little bit more detail. As you can see, it comes with all the packaging. This is the bag that has all of the Ambush branding, which is a very core part of the brand. So the item in question is the zip tie bracelet. It's in sterling silver and it's made in Japan. It is 42,000 Japanese yen before tax, which is around 380. And if you're a tourist, then you don't have to pay the 8% tax. So this one I got directly from their, I guess, flagship store in Shibuya, Tokyo. It is also where their workshop is, so I'm assuming that's where Yoon works. And this is, as the name implies, it's meant to look like a zip tie. And you can see the branding is etched down there. Made in Japan, and then 925, which is the grade for sterling silver. And the mechanism, it's not apparent until you actually try it on. It's basically a hook that you go underneath here, and then when it comes out, it hooks on like that. So from a quick glance, it looks like the zip tie actually goes all the way around, but really when you look at it from the side, you realize it's not actually connected, and this is just a hooking mechanism so that the bracelet will stay on. I believe they come in two sizes. This is the smaller size, and it's actually still slightly large on my wrist. So you can see bracelets have a more oval shape, so it prevents it from going around your wrist. Much like the Cartier Love bracelets, you almost think that they're a perfect circle, but they're actually not. They're like an oval, just like this shape. You can see it's like flatter on the top and bottom. And also, speaking of the Cartier Love bracelet, I'm not 100% sure if it was intentional, but also from a quick glance, this kind of looks like the nail, the Justin Clou. So it's kind of a play off that, but Ambush branding, a lot of their jewelry, they're based on everyday objects and then kind of slightly tweaked so that it's jewelry. So sometimes this can be a little hard getting on, so you can slip it through like that, and then you have to try to hook it on. So I was actually doing this a few times during the try-on, and I had to edit a lot of them out before I finally got the bracelet to go on. So first of all, you have to get it through here, and if you hold it right, then it will latch on. But a lot of times when this is too bent, it keeps wanting to go out, like it doesn't go high enough for the latch to latch on top. So this is what it looks like, more of a close-up on. And this is a slightly darker exposure, so you can see a little bit more of the details without it being too bright. So you can see all the ridges. And I've worn this out maybe a couple times, and I haven't kept it in the plastic bag that it comes in. I just keep it in the white dust bag. It's actually starting to tarnish already because there's so much surface area with the ridges. It's not bad right now, but I definitely can tell that if I leave it out or wear it out a few more times, it's going to be quite noticeable on the ridges. There's some of the ridges are darker than the others. I do have a lot of polishing cloths from Tiffany, so I'll probably use that every once in a while. But that's part of the reason I really don't have that much sterling silver jewelry, because it does tarnish, and it just means there's a lot more upkeep than purchasing 18 karat gold. But of course, this is more affordable than 18 karat gold, and I think in my other video I was saying how if Tiffany had something similar like this, it would definitely be more than 380 US dollars. It'd probably be more in the 600 range. But Ambush isn't right now exactly known to be like a luxury jewelry house. It's more of a streetwear jewelry. And I think that's why it's priced the way it is. Being that this is sterling silver, it is malleable, meaning you can actually bend it and it'll stay in shape. So depending on how you like this, how far it juts out, you can bend it. So I can bend it like this, and you can see how it's a little bit more curved downward right here. Or if you decide you want it more pronounced, you can bend it back up like that. So you see how that's more pronounced. I tend to want to bend it down just a little bit because if you wear any jackets or long sleeve shirts, it does catch on it. That's something you have to be careful of with this zip tie bracelet. I actually had one time where I almost thought it ripped my jacket because the corners, while they're not crazy sharp, it still can catch on to your clothing right here. So that is definitely something you want to consider. They also have this in gold tone, and I tried it on at the store as well. They said the gold tone also tarnishes. So I'm kind of curious what kind of vermeil or coating they put on it, because it is the gold color version is also solid, or is also sterling silver. So it's just, I'm wondering what the tarnishing effect will be. The one I saw in the display case didn't see that bad, but then they say they tend to polish the jewelry every day that's in their display cases. So I should have shown this earlier, but this is the product number, the code, and the name. As I was saying, it's 42,000 before tax in Japanese yen. And then I actually didn't open this yet, but I'm pretty sure it's talking just about the care of the material. So they have one on leather. There should be one on sterling silver somewhere in this as well. You'd have to undo. So I just took that tie out, and then there's a little booklet inside. Talks about the workmanship, silver, how you can care for it and polish it, precious materials. I think they have some limited items that may be made out of 18 karat gold. I'm not 100% sure, but when I went to the workshop that day, they said they didn't have anything that was 18 karat gold, at least that were in stock. So I think it's a really cool piece. I think it does make people look twice because it looks like a zip tie, but it's in silver and metal. I think if this was made out of brass, I may not have purchased it because I don't really like wearing jewelry that's just metal, meaning they're not precious metals. So at the very least, I like sterling silver, but of course I would prefer 18 karat gold. Obviously, that's gonna be a lot more expensive. Looking at the prices of ambush products, I think if this was an 18 karat gold, it'll be at least $2,000, probably more like $3,000 US. Because the Cartier Love bracelet now is, I think, around 6,000. So to take it off, you would press it together. And right now, I guess it's bent pretty well that it will come off without it trying to hook on again. I think the more you wear it, you'll figure out what kind of direction to push it in so that it will unhook on the bottom. And when you needed to put it on, it'll hook back up on the top. So the underside is smooth. Being that this is sterling silver, it's going to scratch pretty easily. But since there are ridges, you're not going to really notice it that much on this one. So I think it'll look fine even if it gets scratched up. If it was the underside, then you'll definitely notice it being a lot duller as you wear it. And that's my video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos and check me out on Instagram for the latest updates and exclusive content. I'm pretty sure I'll be posting pictures later on when I start wearing this out more and I take some pictures with it. And I usually post those on Instagram. so you can see the items that I feature here. I think Instagram is a good way to show you guys how I style it. So anyway, thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.